Play that fucking track.
Pow, 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 pow.
It's hard to not. I feel like all the podcasts open the same because it's all just like the energy. Just
It's the energy from Jordan hits us through osmosis.
Get stoked.
Yeah.
That's better than our other saying today. Earlier I said get sucked.
Get sucked?
Yeah.
Which
That's a good saying. It depends. It depends which side you're on.
it sound good. Exactly. Like, yeah. So here we are.
Yeah. That's how I felt 2 days ago sitting in the airport all day.
Oh, in
Get
Mexico.
sucked.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How was that?
That was incredible.
It was a
No, it was horrible.
action-packed week.
Yeah. Did you know? So I spent a lot of time in airport bathrooms,
Okay.
you know? I mean, I was in the airport for 10 hours.
Yeah.
And I noticed that less than 50% of men wash their hands when they leave the bathroom.
Yeah, it's concerning.
It's fucking
I wonder what that real number is.
terrifying. Terrifying.
I would say
like,
it's less than 50%.
Less than 50.
It's,
that
it's
actually-
way
that we
less.
actually
And
do,
I'm talking dudes coming out of the fucking like giant disgusting fat people coming out of the fucking stalls.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like there is no way you didn't get shit on your hand cuz like
And airports are gross.
you're not flexible. Like I'm looking at your physique and I can tell you right now like I have a hard time wiping my ass, you know? Just I'm not built as a good ass wiper. And I'm looking at these guys and I'm like, I'm in way better flexibility and shape than you.
Yeah.
And you're just leave and I want to like say something.
That would be like.
Is that
so-
appropriate for me to be
No.
like, bro, you are gross?
It's not appropriate.
Really? Someone has to do something.
Yeah.
I think
We
it
need, like, a
depends on the
bathroom
person.
police.
The right person might receive it really well.
I mean,
The wrong
dude,
person might be.
you think
a
about
little
it.
bit
We were
offended.
wearing ridiculous masks a few years ago and dudes still aren't washing their. I enjoy washing my hands like at the airport. Like it's like a really good, healthy, like, you know what? I have been in the airport all day with all these disgusting people. Here's a great opportunity to wash my hands. I wash my hands before I go to the bathroom. I don't want to, because you think about it, right?
No, it
I don't
all
want
makes
to
sense.
be on an airplane touching all this shit. And I'm not a germaphobe, but like I like my dick clean.
Yeah. And people be on airplanes farting. We know that.
Ugh, brutal. Anyway, that was the negative part. All my missed flights, delayed flights, but everything else was amazing. So
What was
let's tell the
everything
people
else?
what we
There was a
did. I mean, you went on a trip for the first time.
Yeah.
You don't travel anymore.
No, I don't really.
You're like a homebody.
Yeah, we went to Lake Tahoe and we went to the American Century Classic. Mastercraft had, I don't want to say had us out because they didn't have me out. They had you and Dana out.
No, they had us out.
Yeah, but like when I say like they had us, it makes it feel like I was one of the reasons they were like,
I
come.
think you were.
Well, they had us out and we got to watch all the celebrity golfers and that whole thing. And then
Which I
shot
didn't realize was
Mastercraft.
such a big deal because now my whole Instagram feed is highlights from that.
Is Barkley
I'm
holing
always like-
out, Jimmy Rollins hitting
Yeah.
an ace and winning a Mastercraft boat.
That was wild. So we were on, so a little more context. We were, Mastercraft was like, hey, you guys have a Mastercraft. We'd love for you to come out to this golf event. So we came out to the golf event. They took fantastic care of us.
Lake Tahoe.
Lake Tahoe. They took amazing care of us. I only go to high-end golf events because I'm fancy.
The Masters American Century Classic.
There's the
That's
two I
it.
go
Yeah.
to. I went to,
We should do a Ryder
what's
Cup
that
this
thing?
year.
Pebble Beach?
Pebble Beach.
I went
Oh,
to-
yeah, we went to the U.S. Open.
I went to
Shit,
that.
I forgot we did
So I
that.
go to mostly high-end
You
golf
only go
events.
to the majors.
Yeah. I don't
There's a
bother.
major this week. I'm
Like when you're
go ahead.
playing this weekend or whatever and you're a little one, I don't go to stuff like that.
Yeah,
I only
yeah.
go to the big ones.
Hell yeah.
But it's a good excuse to bond.
Yeah, we have a local kid playing in the Open this weekend.
No
The
shit.
British Open's this weekend. Ragz Johnson.
Well, I have a concert this weekend. I can't go.
Yeah, he's
Or
from
else I'd-
Whitefish. He's like the local legend for golf. He went and played at Arizona.
Are you better than him?
No, he won. He won on the PGA Tour like in the winter, which is crazy. Literally local.
And you're
kid.
not that good.
No, to win and play on the PGA Tour in the British Open this week. No,
No? Are you close though? Maybe a little bit more effort?
I gotta put more effort in.
What if you got on PEDs?
Wouldn't help,
Really?
but I would look sick
Man.
if I got on PEDs.
Is that like the only sport? Is golf the only sport where
doesn't help?
you PEDs wouldn't help you?
I mean, I'm sure they would help, but I don't. It wouldn't have the same effect that like it does in other sports.
Like
obviously.
baseball.
Yeah.
Okay.
So go ahead. Sorry, I derailed us.
So we went, I think I derailed us. How long are we allowed to be derailed for, Jordan, since you're the podcast master?
we got
In an
11 seconds.
ideal world, like 5 minutes, which
You said
you
5
ain't got
minutes
much,
of derailed.
You ain't got
All right,
much
well,
left.
we're still going. You know,
Yeah,
whatever.
Mastercraft had us out.
If you don't like the podcast, turn it the fuck off. So we went out. We got to watch normally in golf, like you have to explain to me who everyone is.
Yeah.
And this time I like knew.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, Kittle. I know who that is. He's playing with Charles Barkley and Larry the Cable Guy. Like it was really fun to watch.
Yeah.
My other favorite part was they were all good at golf, but they were all still amateur golfers.
Mm-hmm.
So like you would see everyone like dial it and hit really straight. And then one guy would just have a bad shot and shoot it into the crowd.
Into people, yeah.
Into people. We were standing in one spot and we were there and you heard like, blah, 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 like yelling in the distance. And all of a sudden a ball dropped right next to us. Whose was it?
Jerry Rice, Tony Romo, and I forget who was the third in their group, but they all
almost hit us.
It was water on the left, so like the bailout is to hit it right, and everyone just sliced it right,
Yeah.
and it was like ball. I got video. You can drop it right here. Jerry Rice hitting his ball.
Boom.
near
Insert
us.
video now.
Oh, you got it. There you go. Nice shot, Jerry.
And then we walked up to the hole because we were sort of walking reverse. And then the whole Steph Curry family showed up.
Yeah.
And we were talking to a security because I gravitate towards security. I'm like, I'm one of you guys. Like, I'm not a famous basketball player. I'm a meathead. We were talking to him and I was like, yeah, they're all going to hit in the crowd. He's like, nah, man, they're pretty good. And all three of them hit right into the crowd. But no, it was great, man. It was weird because Thursday we didn't work.
Right.
So like,
And we got there early.
and I think that you and I have had experiences not working. Dana and I have an experience, but the combination of like you, me, Brandon, and Dana,
Yeah.
all having like a day off. I mean, we all did emails and stuff like that,
Yeah,
but not filming anything, not getting content was really, really cool.
Just like enjoying the day.
And then Saturday morning, we took out the new X-Star 23, which it's not even a boat anymore. It's a spaceship.
it was crazy.
It's crazy. I mean, it's a $500,000 boat, but I was like, oh yeah, $500,000. And then you get on it, you're like, oh, I see why.
Yeah.
And we went surfing, got a bunch of content, put together a video extremely fast for him. I think anyone out there creating content, one of the biggest flexes that I've always tried to do is show how fast we turn really quality content. And it's done amazing things for us. Mm-hmm. So got them a bunch of content, went back to the golf thing. You guys, what?
The main reason you started telling this story is what happened while we were on the boat.
While we were on the boat,
Yeah.
The girl that manages the sort of the marketing program, who got it?
Jimmy Rollins.
Jimmy Rollins.
Phillies short. So many Phillies were playing. It was like the whole Phillies 2008 World Series team. So for me, it was like J. Roll, Jason Worth, Shane Victorino, Chase Utley. 4 of the 8 fielders were playing. So that was cool. And then Jimmy Rollins hit a hole in one to
and
win a
boat.
Mastercraft.
And everyone on the boat was really excited. And I was like, wait, so you guys just kind of lost $500,000.
Yeah. So we had to go drop her off because she had all of a sudden it was like, oh, I'm
changed.
on right now.
Yeah, we had to get back and get her there so she could do the boat presentation. But that was a really cool thing to witness on the backside. Went to the event again, and then went back and hung out. And then you guys, I dropped you guys off at the airport super early, and I flew to New Mexico, which I'm not telling people why.
Oh, you're not? Okay.
No. But I flew to New Mexico.
Jordan knows. You can see by his
I know.
excitement
You'll see it. You'll see it
dancing.
in a vlog.
Yeah.
Because I'm vlogging again.
You are back.
Yeah.
I'm back today.
An hour ago.
An hour ago it went up. I checked some of the comments and
It was too early when I checked.
well, when I checked there was only 20 comments.
Oh, I checked way before that.
And there was 18 good comments about people being excited. And then there was 2 comments of people just being mean to me.
Yeah, I didn't see
And
those.
that's when I was like, I'm just going to stop reading comments for a little bit. Because if 20% of the comments are going to be bad, I'm going to wait till there's more comments so I feel better about myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, vlogging again. It's a different setup. I'll be doing 1 a week on Wednesdays. Just got to figure out my recipe.
And not even calling it I got in trouble for calling them vlogs. YouTube videos.
It's like an
once a
episode.
week.
Who
Yeah.
got you in trouble?
Brandon got offended when I called it a vlog. And I was like, I get
It's
it,
just
but
they're like episodes.
Yeah.
So they'll start and they'll end, and then they have a bunch of really exciting stuff in between. But I shot a vlog or a YouTube video down there, so that's going to take a little more effort because it has a bunch of throwback footage, sort of explaining how I got here. So it's going to be more of a history lesson.
And it's a big project.
I feel like the last year we've been developing product and we've been really getting our staple items and focusing on quality and everything like that. And that's kind of what we've been doing for the last 15 years is like we've constantly been in focus with the product. We started out heavy media based, installation based, and doing events. And then slowly over the 15 years, like we slowed down doing that stuff because we were focused so much on every single week making new product. And now we're at a point in time where we're like, the bags are being developed, the pants are dialed, the overalls are dialed, like the women's fleece is dialed, the new women's athletics getting made. And it's like, we're not looking around trying to figure out like, what new products do we make so we can sell people more things? We're like, no, our products are like, if you like our joggers, we don't need to redevelop them. We just need to come out with new colors. And if you like our shorts, like, which you should, I just got a text from Hardcore Closer today and he hasn't bought our stuff. So I sent him a package and he's like, dude, he's like, I had no idea that like your quality was this good.
That would make real clothes.
He's like, I'm throwing everything else out and only wearing this. And I was like, yeah, that's generally when people buy our stuff. That's what they say. They're like blown away. But now that we've focused and we've built up that bank and we have our staple items, I feel like this last 2 months has been, our focus has changed to where it's like new colors, scheduling better, trying to get our inventory actually in stock. But then now it's like big project time.
Yeah.
So it's the events, it's this project. Like I've been on 5 phone calls in the last 2 days planning about this project.
Yeah.
And it's, again, it's an interactive, it's a project that is going to do really cool things. But I'm on those calls now instead of like, hey, let's develop a new sports bra. It's like, no, let's just make a couple really good sports bras and then just come out with them in new colors.
Yeah.
Because like, I don't know, you can reinvent everything. You can add new pockets. You can play that game.
And we have.
But then that's the game you're playing.
Yeah.
I want to play the game of like, let's go on the offensive with marketing and interaction with people and holding events. Let's do that. And like, yeah, let's let the bags speak for themselves. Like everyone knows we make good bags. Everyone knows we make good stuff. We just need to let more people know by getting attention. So that's what we're doing. But that was my New Mexico trip. I checked my story, and from when I landed to when I was back on the plane, it was 11 hours. Then I sat on the runway for 2 hours and missed my next flight, and then got stuck in Denver for 10 hours. But I finally got home.
Gross.
Yep. Finally got home.
Here you are on the podcast.
Here I am on the podcast.
Welcome back.
Thanks, bud.
Welcome back to YouTube.
All right.
Welcome
Sorry,
back to the
Jordan.
podcast.
That was 12 minutes
It was.
of banter. I didn't even ask him about his lawn.
I know.
It's fine.
Which
We'll
I
hold
was
it.
kind
have
of hounding him about a little bit.
He every day he's like, "Give me a video of you cutting your grass today."
Yeah.
But today I'm cutting
You
my
viewers
grass
that care
after
about the lawn, I'm on your side. I'm trying to get you
I'm trying.
the goods.
All right. All right. Let's hear it. What else we got?
So we got some big branding questions from today. First off, what does freedom mean to you, and how has that influenced the brand voice over the past 15 years?
Oh my gosh.
We're talking about brand voice a lot lately.
Yeah, you just brought up the most intense question. I don't know how you want me to get into it, but I'll do it as fast as possible because I feel like I've answered it a lot. When I was introduced to actual freedom, I think that growing up, I always felt like I could do anything. And then as I got older, that slowly got taken away. And it was like, well, no, you have to go to school and you can't be an artist and you can't do this. And there's no one to really look up to open my eyes that you could do all these things. And I started to feel less free, right? Like I started to be like, I thought I was going to play in the NBA and be a fashion designer. Like that's what I thought. And then I forget what, like 9th grade, my guidance counselor sat me down and I vividly remember it. He was like, well, you're going into high school. Like, what do you think you're going to do? And I was like, well, I think I'll either play football, but I want to be like a fashion designer. And he was like, yeah, so those two things aren't going to happen. And I remember him saying, I think we need to be realistic. And I was like, oh, okay. And like right there, a little bit of freedom was taken away, right? And then you went to college and I started doing that and a little bit of freedom was taken away. And then getting a full-time job and being like, oh, I'm washing dishes. Like that's where majority of my time goes. And everything was like this little bit of freedom getting taken away. And then when I was about 25 was the first time I was like, you know what? I'm going to try to freelance. I'm going to try to do things on my own. And then that turned into starting the brand. And as soon as I started the brand, like the second I started it, made $75 that weekend by selling 3 tank tops, was like, oh, fuck. Like I can steer my life. So then as I kept growing the brand and working, I realized like I can put an effort and it gives me more options, right? So fast forward to moving to Montana, starting the brand, hiring all my friends, starting car shops, doing crazy, crazy things, Dana winning Olympia. Everything started to open up. And then at one point in time, I realized, and I was like, okay. And it was actually, I don't like name dropping, but I'll name drop him because he fundamentally changed the way I think about this with Alex Hermosi. He was like, what's your driving force? And I was like, freedom. And he's like, what's freedom? And I was like, freedom's being able to do whatever I want. And he's like, okay, pretty simple answer. He was like, what's deeper than that? And I was like, being able to do whatever I want. He's like, what allows you to do whatever you want? And I was like, having money and time. And he's like, okay. And what else? And I was like, and he's like treating me like a child. And I was like, resources and attention. And he's like, there you go. And I was like, and he's like, what are those things? And I was like, I don't, options. And he's like, bingo. He's like, freedom is having options, right? So like, if you don't have a skill set, like if you don't have any skills, like if all you can do is clean trash cans, I'm looking at a trash can, but if all you can do is clean trash cans and that's your only skill set, like you only have so many options. So like you're not free to make decisions. You're not free to get on an airplane and go on vacation or jump your 9/11 or take the day off if you want to. Like you don't have freedom, right? So I started seeing everything as options. So like if my Raptor doesn't start, I can drive my F450. And if someone's using my F450 because I lent my option out to somebody else to give them more options, I can ride a dirt bike home. It's like, okay, so the more assets I have, the more freedom I have. The more relationships I have, the more freedom I have. So I started seeing everything as it can be. The problem at hand, the more options I have to solve that problem, the more freedom I have because I'm not stuck by that problem. So like around here's a good example is if we have a leak in the roof, right? Which we have a leak in the roof right now.
Real life problem.
If we have a leak in the roof around here, there's limited options for being able to pay someone to get here right now to fix it, right? So like it doesn't, if I call up the roof guy, he's like, oh, $1,000 to come fix it, but you're 2 weeks out, right? The problem still exists. I can throw more money at it and be like, I'll pay you $2,000 to come fix the roof. And he might do it, but he also might not. So the buckets of what freedom are and what creates options are different. It's not just all money because you can be a shitbag with money that no one wants to work with, that no one wants to help. So you have money. That's the number one thing. Money solves problems. Like money doesn't create happiness, but money solves problems so you can look harder for happiness. After money, so we want to make as much money as possible. After money, I believe is relationships, right? If I'm really good friends with and the roof guy likes me, he'll drop what he's doing tonight and come by to help me. So yeah, you might not have all the money in the world, but if you're a really good fucking person and you make people feel good and you know, you've been there for people and invested your time, guess what? Those relationships will solve problems for you, right? Like if you're looking for a lawyer, yeah, you can either pay a shitload or maybe you have a really good friend that's a lawyer that will help you. So we have money, we have relationships. After that, I think we have skill. I think skill gives you options. Again, if all you can do is clean trash cans, you don't have that much skill. But if you can clean trash cans and you understand marketing, all of a sudden you can go start your own trash cleaning company, right? Or you can, if you have the ability to clean trash cans, you have marketing skill and you can do content creation, maybe you're creative enough to create a new trash bag or your own line of trash bags. And all of a sudden, like your options start to open up. And then if you have good relationships, maybe you can get funding from somebody else. And all of a sudden these options start to compound on each other. And then I think the last one after that is, attention, right? Like I solve problems. A lot of times I'm like, man, okay, I got money. I've called all my resources or my relationships. I can't really find someone to ship this car from the East Coast. But with the attention that I have, I post on Instagram, eyeballs, right? And say, hey, I need a car shipped from the East Coast. And within like 5 minutes, someone's like, yeah, I'll drive that car out for you. And what do? Joe Burke's a great example. Joe picked up my car and drove it out. I'm now friends with that guy, right? Why? Because he offered me an option. I now offer him options, and we've created a friendship based on the relationship aspect. So when I look at life or I look at investing or anything like that, if my driving goal in life is freedom, I try to invest in the options under it, right? So if I'm investing, yes, I can make more money. But if I'm also investing, I can buy heavy equipment. Like you guys see me lend out my skid steer, my Bobcat all the time. Those assets that I have, that I've acquired, what am I doing? I'm building better relationships with that. So if someone needs my skid steer, I'm like, yeah, dude, borrow my skid steer. Like I have equity in that relationship now, which again is my number 2 giving options. And then at the bottom of all that is like, yeah, let's make really good content that people trust so we can hold eyeballs so that if we need to leverage that, we can. And to me, that's like the very detailed formula for freedom. But that's what I'm after. Like I've realized that life is truly whatever you want to make of it. It's not about fame. It's not about money. You can be the happiest dude ever. And we see this now, like living in a van. Like there's some really happy dudes living in a tent, living in a van. I mean, Jordan, you work all week so that you can live in a van on Friday nights, realistically, right? And the more skills you add, the more opportunities, the more sponsorship deals, the more relationships you have to go different places, like it all builds up. And now you're at a point in time where you're doing media for a company that like, that's what we do for photo shoots. And it's like, yes, fantastic life. Like, are you a multimillionaire? No, but the trade-off for life is fantastic. So I see that as a huge freedom play for Jordan, where he's got all the skill sets to curate his life to be able to do whatever he wants, right? And I mean, that's what I'm fighting for. And I think at face value, yes, it's freedom, and people can see that however they want, right? Like whatever freedom looks like to you, but to mine's a very specific formula that boils down to giving me options. So when I narrate my life, when I decide what my life looks like, I can do it with the tools that I've created.
Beautiful answer.
Nailed it.
Thanks.
Love that.
The hearing the story about talking to your counselor at ninth grade or whatever grade it was.
My mom was in that meeting.
I mean, that's one of our biggest mantra that we're kind of getting behind right now. Like we have freedom over everything, no handouts, all these things, but like the whole brand being funded by unrealistic dreams.
By work and unrealistic dreams,
Yeah.
100%. And I think that you kind of have to be unrealistic. And I think that's my favorite part about social media now is like everyone sort of shits on social media because everyone puts their highlights there.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm not uploading myself on social media right now, having tax meetings with my brother at 9:00 at night with my world falling apart. Not
Right.
doing that. I am uploading me at the golf event on a Mastercraft boat, living my best life.
Yeah.
Right. But that's what I like about social media is it allows you now to see all the options. And when I was 25, I'm 42 now, but when I was 25, it was like pre-Instagram, pre-Facebook. It was even pre-YouTube.
Pre-MySpace,
So like
all that stuff.
if you saw anything, you were watching it on television and you were like, yeah, this is a giant production that there's a gate in front of me that I can't get to. When I saw skate brands like Alien Workshop or the brand No Fear, I was like, yeah, these are giant companies owned by very rich people. And the cool thing about social now is like you sign on it and I follow these dudes that are like, I'm going to Goodwill today and I have $40. I'm going to see what I can buy. Then they go back to their garage, they restore it, and then they sell it on Facebook Marketplace for $1,000. I'm like, I just made $960. And I'm like, I never saw that option
Yeah.
back in the day. And then you see people on giant yachts and they're like, wait a second, I never thought I'd actually see someone on a $5 million yacht.
Right.
Like that always seemed like this mythical thing that you saw in movies. And now you're seeing like random dudes on it. And you're like, if I can just figure out how he got on that yacht and I take the same steps, I can get on that yacht.
Yeah. You have more access to what people are doing nowadays as opposed to like even me growing up, I didn't know any business owners.
Yeah,
So I
same.
was never inspired to be like, oh, I can do that. Like you said, you would see Alien Workshop or TaylorMade or whatever these brands are, and you're like, yeah, it's a big corporate brand owned by a billionaire who got it passed down to him.
Yeah, it's some magical thing that
Now-
isn't for my people.
Yeah, now being able to see it firsthand on social, the highlights, the down, all pieces of it is kind of like inspiring.
And that plugged into everything, dude. That was the inspiration behind getting Dana to win Olympia. Like there was a very clear path to go up. You shot with this person, you did this, you looked like this. You know, she had like a line list of things that you have to do to win Olympia. And I was like, what if we went around the outside and did it through like very vulnerable YouTube videos? And I started to do that just as like marketing for Flag. And all of a sudden it started to work. And I was like, wait, there's a different path.
Yeah.
Like if I put the work in and I have this unrealistic dream along with Dana, like we can take a different path and get there. And then we did. And it was like, holy shit. And all of a sudden it was like, wait, I can just make music and release it on the internet. And if people like it, that's the judge. And all of a sudden, dude, the combination of like those three things is what changed everything. Like just being like, what if there was a different way and my brain wasn't thinking creatively enough and I'm willing to put in ridiculous hours, like whether people believe that I worked 20-hour days or not, like I worked 20 hours days and like put in the work. I wasn't smart. I just tried really hard. Dana, same thing. Is she the best bodybuilder in the world? Yes, because she won the fucking trophy. But like at face value, is she the best bodybuilder in the world? No, her legs were lagging. She had some tears. She wasn't perfectly symmetrical. Did she have the right size? Like you can critique her all day, but the fact of the matter is like, no, we found a way to go around the industry and we like set the standard for new age influencing kind of, which is like crazy. And I'm not trying to be like, oh, it was the first one, but like no one else was doing that. We were uploading videos the week of, getting yelled at by their professionals. People that we're working with are being like, yo, don't upload her until stage. Like this is a big reveal. And I was like, her reveal is going to be good, but she's not going to win. The only way we're going to win is if the crowd knows exactly who she is getting on stage. We show the vulnerable moments. We show the shopping. We show that she's relatable. Then when she gets on stage, yes, she's going to look fantastic, but all of that emotion is going to carry through the crowd and they're going to be the most excited to see her. And it's like, nah, you're wrong. Just show her on stage. I was like, nah, man, there's a different way. And I think that's what social is doing right now is it's showing everyone that like, there's a million ways to skin a cat.
Yeah.
I use that for you, Jordan, because I know you got hairless cats.
Yeah.
Big hairless cat
Two now.
guy.
Yeah.
Love it. Great ending on that one. So building on that, Flag has now been in Montana for over half of its life. 8 years.
He said that to me
That's
earlier.
a crazy way to think about it.
Blew my mind earlier when I heard it.
So in my head, like even flying back to the East Coast, going back there, it feels like I never lived there, which is crazy. Like going back, everything's so strange and it's so foreign that like, it just feels like I've lived here my entire life, you know? And I think so much has happened, right? There's been so many big transitions. We built this building. Like, I mean, and like, could you even walk into the building over on the other highway?
Like, could I imagine it?
Can you even picture yourself walking in there in the morning?
No.
That's been like erased from me. Can you picture yourself going out of West?
No.
I can barely picture myself on 110 Jensen, the big blue building. Like I can sort of see that, but not really. And we spent I lived in that building for like a long time.
Oh, Leesport, you're saying?
And Leesport, and I can't picture that either.
Yeah, I could only picture like really training there and like being in the office, not like the other details of it.
Like I can't picture pulling up. Like my brain's erased it, and it's like you are from Montana now. Like you're 8 generations. You've lived one generation every single year. But no, I think that even looking back at products we released, right? Like when we were in PA, we were releasing products that were meant for Montana. And we were flying to Montana to do photo shoots and stuff like that for the products. But we were also, it wasn't the right time.
Yeah.
Like us releasing hammocks and, I think we did
The
some
dry bags,
the dry bags and
hiking
stuff like that.
bag.
People were like, I don't understand. How do I use this in the gym? And it's like, we're guys, we don't want to be there. And I think that was the transition to Montana and why it just feels so right here. Like, it's like, this is where I always wanted to be. Again, didn't know that I was just allowed to move.
I think that's what I was just going to say. Like, I think it really ties back to the freedom thing
Yeah.
because even when we had come here on a venture tour, it was no secret that your goal was like to have a vacation house here, retire here, do all those things. But then it was like when we come through on tour, we'd be like, we can imagine a warehouse there, warehouse there, warehouse. It was the freedom to be able to make the decision of be like, why wait until I retire?
Even imagining is like a freedom, right?
Yeah.
Like I think that even with myself right now, there's a bunch of stuff that I think about and right away it gets shut down in my brain. And I'm like, don't imagine that you're going to let yourself down or that's going to be too much work or whatever. So like there is like a little cap on that, you know?
Yeah,
we
feel
had
like,
to talk about a project this morning that right away I was like, that's too big of a lift for us.
I feel like for us, cause I've been trying to like identify that personally, like with myself too, I feel like as creatives and like artists and someone who can like do all the things, it's almost like that handcuffs you a lot of times because it's like, well, I'm not going to do it unless it could be perfect. I'm not like one of the reasons I don't upload on social often is because I'm like, I could have shot this on my mirrorless and it could have been better. This could be more cinematic. This could be more polished, but then it's like, then you just end up not doing anything.
Yeah. You end up not doing anything.
So it's like a scary loop.
Yeah, that's part of it, right? And I think a lot of it's like just maybe not having confidence in yourself, like critiquing yourself too hard that like it's not good. And I think that the same thing with dreaming and picturing yourself loading up 17 tractor trailers and moving across the country is like maybe you just don't have faith in yourself you can do it.
Yeah.
And that decision that I talked to you about this morning that was why I said no the first time, was like I just didn't have faith that we could do it. And then I went away for a weekend, got inspired by seeing like, dude, they're throwing a giant golf event. Mastercraft had to start somewhere. And then looking at myself and being like, damn, I'm turning down really big opportunities because it feels like it's too much work and I don't think we can handle the workload.
Yeah.
Like, let's knock that the fuck off.
That's the thing too, like tying it back to social now, like Mastercraft had to start somewhere, Alien Workshop had to start somewhere, all of it had to start somewhere. It's like now with social, I see the big brands that I look up to doing cool stuff in the golf space, but I knew them before they even had the idea. I was talking to them or watching their YouTube content when they were just in their backyard hitting trick shots.
Yeah.
And now they're the biggest golf clothing content company playing on the PGA Tour. It's
and
like
that's the cool thing.
Yeah, exactly.
It's the documentation of that, which is on a smaller scale, the same thing with Dana, right? Which was like, or the same thing with Flag, which was like live streaming, printing t-shirts. And then people, and that's the biggest thing people say. They're like, dude, I've followed you since you were printing in your garage. And it's like, hell yeah, you've taken this really cool journey with us instead of just seeing Alien Workshop at the end.
Yeah.
You know, I don't know why I keep using them. I think I said them earlier.
And that's the cool thing too. Like you said, documenting the whole journey is important because when you look back to content that you were making 10 years ago or like this specific like brands that I have in mind, it's like the end goal wasn't where they ended up right now.
No.
The end goal was to just do what they were doing at that time and do it consistently enough to let it even have the opportunity again for it to go somewhere.
And that's the thing is like, if you don't have faith in yourself, just realize the more doors you open and that you look through or you walk through, the more you're going to learn.
Yeah.
Right. So even me entering Flag after that first weekend of selling 3 tank tops, like I had all the faith in me in the world, but I still did not think I can get a warehouse.
Yeah.
And I remember the day that I decided to go get a warehouse, I came back and I told Drew and Dana, and they deny this because they're not proud of it, but they were both like, don't do it. Like this is something we're running out of our garage now, but now you're going to create a hard cost of $1,600 a month. Like you're making it too real to where now we can fail hard. So like once I did that, like the door opened and then we got the next warehouse and like opened up another door of taking that risk. And then all of a sudden it was like, do we have to be in Pennsylvania? Or like, could we move?
Yeah.
And if we can move, like, where can we move to? And we moved to like kind of the most impossible place ever. And we're still making it work.
Yeah.
Now it's work and it's hard, but we're still making it work. And I think now about like how confident I am and everything like that. And it's like, still the more decisions we make, throwing the car event was like, you open another door and all of a sudden you see all of the possibilities different. And that's like, if someone's stuck, and I hear this a lot about like, I don't know what I want to do, or I'm stuck or whatever. And it's like, dude, just start opening doors. Like the reason you're stuck right now is because your brain is not working right.
Yeah.
Like your brain doesn't trust you. Your brain doesn't have the faith into dream. It doesn't have the faith to see opportunities. And the only way to change that brain operating like that is to start opening doors. And you start opening doors and you start learning, and all of a sudden your brain starts opening up. And that's why I look at people like Elon Musk. I know everybody, however they feel about him right now, but that dude, like, he's opened so many doors that he sees nothing. Like, he's looking to start a third party. Like, ever since I was born, it was like I was taught that the third party is a complete waste of money, throw it in the trash. And like, this guy's looking at it, it's like, no, this is a viable option.
Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, he has way more doors open than me. Like, but it's because he's been opening giant doors for so long. So that's my big recommendation is if you're stuck, if like you don't know what you want to do and like, and you just feel like you're spinning around in life, like just start opening doors. Like, and the doors don't need to make sense. A great example is the girl that we met, the oyster tainer. I know we talked about her, but like, she was like working and doing a marketing job and whatever. And then like she had this faint interest in oysters or liked them, but didn't really know anything and went to like a class, and like her life has completely changed directions to where now all she does is work at live events and teach people about oysters. She's part of the like National Oyster Guild. Like it is her whole thing. And it's because one night after her marketing class, she was like, let me just go. And it wasn't like, how am I going to make money on oysters? What skill am I going to gain from this? She went to an event, opened a simple door, and like she is so happy now doing that. And like, I don't want to do that, but she opened a door that did that. And people, I think when they're stuck and you're cleaning trash cans, you're like, well, I want to do something better. I feel like I'm worth more, but I don't know what it is. Okay, cool. What little things are you doing? Like, take a fucking woodworking class. Take a online class. Start watching YouTube videos of Trent Palmer flying airplanes. Like, you'll get something will open up in your brain, and you'll watch Trent Palmer. You're like, wait, so this dude for a living flies airplanes and puts out a YouTube video once a month, and he lives in a really nice house and can afford airplanes? Like, weird.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden it's going to start opening little doors for you. But I think the quest of knowledge is stifled by our ability to dream, because you get stuck at levels and you need to do something drastic to get to that next level. And that's even where we're at right now.
Yeah.
Like, not that we're stagnant, but like we're constantly like, all right, what does this next level look like? You throw the car event and all of a sudden it's like, that car event made me go to New Mexico. And like the conversations that I'm having about New Mexico, that's all spawned from like, what if we just did a car event at an open house? And it was like, yeah, but we canceled the first one.
Yeah.
Because we didn't have time to do it. And we sacked up and took the risk. That opened all of these doors in our brain to where like, that's almost what I'm doing now is I'm on phone calls based on that event, opening all these different doors that aren't just event oriented. But I don't know, man, it's you just got to try. Like, just take that fucking risk and try. Like, if you've never gone camping before, just go sleep in your car one night out in the woods. Like, you don't need tents. You don't need all the ridiculous shit Jordan has, right? He has everything. You don't need any of that. You need a pillow and a blanket.
You don't even need that.
True.
And that's like all the messaging that, again, we used to put on shirts. We still do to a certain extent. Like, at the time it was, oh, that's about the gym. Try harder. Yeah, we're shooting in the gym. Dana's Miss Olympia.
Yeah, hustle harder was gym. Yeah.
But like, it's all that messaging just in real life. Try harder with cleaning trash cans or whatever those things are.
Yeah. Sorry if anyone all I can see is a trash can right there.
It's actually like being lit perfectly.
It is.
And like,
you should take a photo of that. It looks
Really
beautiful.
nice trash can. Insert trash can.
Good. Good. What's the next?
was that all of it?
You know, I think that's good. I feel
That was solid.
yeah, that was wonderful.
Why? We want to keep going?
No, I don't know.
We could talk
that was-
about my lawn.
All right, what's going on?
With the lawn?
Yeah.
Sprayed some weed killer last week. Got to cut it today. It's ever evolving. I had to take apart. I had my bagger installed because I wasn't able to do it myself. And then like some things were messed up. So I had to take it apart and reinstall it, which like once something is installed and you see the order of it. So like I felt like I was doing a bunch of shit this weekend. And now
did Nod watch you?
she sees the whole thing.
She was really like excited about
that. She texted
that.
me like a half hour before this, like I weed whacked and got everything ready.
Wait,
so,
you
like,
have her weed whacking?
Well, she weed whacks during the day, so when I get home, I could just get
Hold
right
on,
on the
hold
mower
on.
and cut.
You have your wife weed whacking.
I don't. She enjoys doing it. She wants to know how to ride the mower, but I don't.
Well, you
I
got to
don't.
gatekeep that.
I don't
let
really.
her-
I don't trust.
Yeah,
her
don't.
riding the mower.
Well, don't let her, because that's going to take away your thing.
Yeah.
She's going to realize how enjoyable it is, and then she's going to
She's
completely
gonna be
steal
like,
that from you.
oh, that's why you're out here all the
yeah.
time.
You have to act like it's horrible. Act like it's like,
Just a
I got to
big
cut the
project.
grass. Horrible.
Well,
horrible.
the thing now that I added the bagger, it's like I got to stop and do that whole thing. But I think today what I'm going to
Make
do
her
is
do the bagger.
no. What
Involve
I think,
her by doing that. Be like, hey, every once in a while, I'm going to ring this bell. You come over, get the bag, empty the bag,
what
put
I've
it
been
back.
doing because I haven't really thought about it is like, cool, take the bags out, dump them in bags, dump them in trash bags, continue mowing.
Yeah.
But what I realized, I was watching the landscapers that my neighbor has yesterday, and they just take the bags out and then just dump it in a big pile and then take care of it at the end.
Yeah.
So I think today I'm going to do that, like dump all the clippings in a pile instead of like stopping to bag them.
I'm
I'm excited for today.
Do you want me to
session.
send you? So on Facebook Marketplace, I don't know why, but I think I can see into my brain. But I keep finding unique
What is it?
play areas.
Oh, I see them all the
Did
time.
you see the McDonald's one?
No. Local?
Bro, local.
My radius is kind of tight on Marketplace.
I'm 40 miles to Kalispell, so I'm close too. Bro, it might have been a little bit further out because I travel so much, but it was someone sold a McDonald's and they bought the entire slide and all
I
that stuff.
definitely didn't see
And I think
that.
they thought like, oh, I'm going to put this in my yard and it's going to be sick. And they're like, yeah, I bought this 10 years ago and it's just been sitting in storage.
Yeah.
But it's everything. So remember, like it has the slide, then it has like the hamster
Yeah.
tunnel with the
Like the
windows.
parts to look
like,
out
bro, it
and all
has. I thought about buying it for the warehouse,
Damn.
like
that
just
would
being
be
like,
sick.
like let's put this in the front yard.
What's funny?
But
right-
it's so big.
yeah.
Like it's back when
a
McDonald's.
unit, yeah.
It's like a 30 by 30 foot investment
Yeah.
of chaos.
I'm not ready for all that. I did start investing in the gym, my garage
I
gym.
saw that. I've been watching.
So I don't have a bench yet. It gets here on Friday, so I may or may not have like use the mower to do shoulder press because I have nothing to
Wait,
sit
what?
on.
So you're like Rocky?
I'm like sitting on the mower using it as my bench because I can't like sit in a fold up chair and press fucking 70s over my head. So it's like this is the most.
Do you make your wife watch this, right?
We train together.
So she watches you do all this manly shit.
Yeah, and
You're
then
gonna have more
and then
kids.
she's like doing lunges and shit.
Yeah,
It's
it's
gonna happen.
It's foreplay.
Last night was a vibe. I had the TVs going. I think I posted an update. You could fucking make Jordan insert all these things. I posted a real.
I don't
want
want to see you making kids.
Insert another one.
Dude, as soon as
I'm
so
not a kid.
I posted a gym update last night because I'm like, whatever.
Yeah.
It doesn't need to be perfect. Let's just get this on the internet. Because a lot of stuff, like I've gotten a lot of stuff sponsored for that because I used to post it
You're
consistently.
famous, dude.
And I didn't think of it until after I posted. And I was like, I can't delete it now. The algorithm will know. Is my grass wasn't cut. So like if you watch it, like there's weeds, the grass is high.
You
and
water too much.
I started watering again because I just need it to be green.
Yeah.
So right now I'm on every other day. And I want to try to cut it more consistent. Yeah, I'm in over my head with that. But it's fun. And we have a block party Friday.
Oh, so you're gonna show your yard off?
So it's the first time. No, it's not. It's not at my house.
What's
it's
a
at,
block party like?
Not a block party. Sorry, my next door neighbor is hosting a party for the block.
It's a block party.
Yeah, but
I mean, it's not a traditional block party.
A traditional
like,
block party in the city, like on my parents' street, it's like the whole block is closed off. Every house has different food outside, and the whole block you're just wandering around.
Yeah.
This is like she's hosting a party in her yard for the block. So it's a party for the block, not a
What's
block
it like?
party.
Because I live.
I don't know. I don't know all my neighbors yet. I only know a couple.
Okay, you got to show up and be super friendly.
I got to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, you have. That's a big responsibility of a middle class white man in a neighborhood.
Yeah.
With a cul-de-sac.
It's Friday.
This is a pretty big deal for you.
Yeah, I have 2 days to get ready for it, and I forgot about it. Jordan was there.
Are you gonna get a haircut?
I should probably.
Yeah. I mean, so what are you gonna do to prepare for that? Because this is a pretty big.
We're doing dessert.
Ooh.
I'm not. Naughty is.
Okay.
And then I would like to make friends with the one guy to have some yard help, just to like pick his brain about like, hey,
That's
why that's the
where
time,
it happens.
right?
Yep.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
like my neighbors all, like when you meet your neighbors, always like, let me know when you want to go on the boat. Let me know if you want to borrow some tools. It's like, at what point do I start? Do people actually take people up
Yeah.
on those offers?
100%. Yep.
'Cause,
That's how you make friends as adults.
I need some tools because I want to put up plywall, but I don't have like the tool to cut like the hole around like the
Yeah.
electrical.
That's how you make friends as an adult.
Just go
So
over
you think
and be
about
like,
it like
you have.
essentially you come here, and then like most adults don't really go anywhere else.
Yeah.
Like
I don't.
I mean,
I
but
go golfing.
You have friends golfing.
Yep.
You make friends there. The other way is like, yeah, you make friends with other dads in the neighborhood and you fucking whatever. And then when nefarious characters wander in, or there's like a car that you don't know that's been there for too long, he'll call you and be like, hey, you see that car across the street?
That's what one of my friends. So like when we lived in White, any house I ever lived in, I've always been like, I don't even want to see the neighbor. Like before I go out to my car, I'll make sure no one's out there.
Yeah, it's a different world.
So
man.
I have a friend who's like really good friends with his next door neighbors. So they're always hanging out.
Yeah.
So like I'm always wondering like when I'm doing stuff like what would it be like to have a friend that like I actually connect with just live across the street?
Yeah, it'd be sick.
Yeah.
And then what you do is like when you're on your lawnmower, bench pressing or whatever you do, you just open the garage door.
Yeah.
And that's the invite for him. He'll look over and be like, oh, his garage door's open. Let me wander over. And all of a sudden, dude, you have a lifting bro.
Yeah. The last time I was a couple of weeks ago when I found out that I think I told this story already. I was cutting my grass on idle. I had the whole conversation with my neighbor, like as I was sitting on the mower, and then afterward I connected, like I didn't even stand up. So I'm just sitting there the whole time. He's like standing there with his dog.
That's how it works, dude.
And I was like, I'm just that guy.
Well, I mean, that's how it works for your situation. My situation is
You have no neighbors.
we're all Ag 20, so everyone's on minimum 20 acres.
Yeah.
And I feel kind of bad. And I didn't do it for this. But when we first moved in, a couple of the neighbors stopped over.
Okay.
And there was one specifically that stopped over a few times. And I felt like, I'll just say they had some kind of angle. Like, like they had acquired information about me. And I think they had some kind of angle with something. Let's just call it maybe an investment. And I was like, okay. And then at the same point in time, we had someone pull down because it's all like forest roads. So Jordan knows when you go out, sometimes you just drive down a road and you're like, oh shit, this is somebody's house. I was looking for a camping spot and someone did that at our house. And I don't like that. There's a reason that I live where I live in the middle of nowhere. So I put up a little sign that said, keep out. And then no one ever came to my house ever again. And like 2 years later, the person that I thought was looking for the opportunity had like brought it up.
How you put this?
Yeah, he's like, well, you put up that keep out sign, so we can all tell. And it's like, I'm not in a neighborhood. I'm on a 6-mile road with 10 people living on it.
Yeah.
And he's like, saw the keep out sign, realized that like no one's welcome at your house. I was like, no, that was for, all right, I'm fine with it. Like everyone's, I have enough interaction here and when I travel, let's keep my house as
a sacred place.
Yeah, as a sacred place. So now I just pull guns on everyone that comes to my house.
Nice.
I pulled a gun on my neighbor.
You have a lot of, what?
Yep. It was, Dana called me and said, hey, there's a truck parked like at the end of our driveway. And it was a very bad interaction. Very, very bad interaction. The guy parked his truck there because we have a little bit of an easement, but I don't know. He didn't introduce himself or anything like that. So there's this weird truck parked there. And I walked up and Dana's like, yeah, I feel super weird because like he's not in it, but I can see in his wallet and his cell phones in the car. Mm-hmm. So it looks like just an abandoned, it looks like an abandoned car, like someone dropped it, which means there's someone in our woods. So I do what I do, which is get my pistol. I open up his car, I start looking through his shit. I find his ID in his wallet. I'm like, all right, he's from Washington, and we all know about people from Washington, Jordan. You can't trust them. Like, there's something wrong with Washington.
Exactly.
Now, I know some really good people from Washington, but like majority of the time, Washington, there's something wrong with it.
I know a lot of people that are sketch from Washington.
What's wrong with Washington? Like, it's a beautiful state.
Jordan is from Washington, to give everybody
I'm
context.
born and raised.
You don't
in
have
Washington.
to say anything because you're not a negative
Entire
dude at all, so you don't have to say it.
You are the one only good person he said came out of
No,
Washington.
I know other good people from Washington, but generally it's like there's something like the way that they drive, everything is off about Washington.
People are like very aggressive. I think the weather has like a huge part to play in like people's mood in general, plus congestion and like being on top of each other. That's why there's a lot of that like oh, we need to go away and like be in the country or
Got you. Okay.
There's a lot of that like butting heads
makes sense.
nonstop.
So he's from Washington, which was terrifying
Right.
because we all know about people from Washington.
Murderers.
And his photo did not look good. Like it was, when you see a license photo and you're like, I'm going to see that on the news. That's what
Yeah.
it looked like. And he came back and I was like, hey, what's going on? Like, what are you doing? And he's like, what are you doing? And I was like I started out friendly.
Yeah, like,
No, so I didn't have the weapon out, right? I didn't lead with that. But I was like, nothing. Like you're parked in my driveway. We're pretty secluded up here. My wife was worried, and he was like, my property. And I was like,
Or was it?
what do you mean? And he's like, this is my property. And I was like, oh, you own this piece of land here. And he's like, yeah. I was like, oh, well, I just want to let you know, because it looked like an abandoned truck, I did see your license. It says you're from Washington. He's like, you're from California. And I was like, oh, this guy is like combative. And I was like, no, I live here. He's like, you must have just moved in. I was like, no, been here 6 years. And he was like, he was really intense. And that's sort of at that point in time, I decided like, definitely not pulling a weapon.
Yeah.
Because I can beat the fuck out of this guy on my own. But like, dude, he just got so rowdy and like angry at me. And he had that. So
Do you have one of the houses, or is it just on the
no,
land?
it's just, it's a lot.
Yeah.
But it's something that's been passed down in his family. So he comes and checks on it once every 2 years or 3 years or whatever. But like, not really how you should do it.
Yeah,
You pull up a guy's house, you park like a little too close to his house, and like debatable if he was actually on the easement or on my property. But like, he just came out hot, and I was like, sell me your land. And he was like, well, I don't even know what it's worth. And I was like, I'll give you 400 right now. And it, like, his face changed. And he's like, well, I couldn't afford the taxes then for it. And I was like, I'll pay you in cash. You don't got to tell nobody. Give me your land. And he was like,
Need money for land?
no, I don't know. And I was like, 450. And he was like, no, I don't think I want to sell it. I was like, 500. And I just did
Played that game.
which that turned this whole like really weird interaction upside down.
Oh yeah.
Like he was
it
just
turned
like
it more in your favor. Of
he
the
was like,
weirdness.
I don't know what's going on. I was like, hey, listen, man, like next time you come, like maybe just leave a note on the windshield or something, because like no one comes up here, and anytime anyone comes up here, it's normally not for the right reason.
Yeah.
So like, let us know. And he was like, I don't need to let anyone know. It's like, cool, sick. I like you, bro.
Yeah. See,
And like, I came in super polite, but he was just one of those people from Washington
classic.
who swears that he's a 5th generation Montanan, yet he doesn't even fucking live here. He inherited land.
unreal.
Yeah. Anyway,
Speaking
Crazy.
of your keep out sign, you gotta take that down because you're hosting your house as a hotel this weekend.
I don't even have enough beds, bro.
You better get some beds.
In an hour and a half, you might.
Yeah, furniture delivery.
Oh, that's a couch. We're making someone sleep on the couch.
Sick.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it. Sorry, I put a damper on the end with the negativity.
No, that was
That
good.
wasn't really
Controversy.
negative, but yeah.
Okay.
A little bit of spice.
Yeah, it's just it's we live there for a very specific reason. Like, I don't want to see people, and I think when people encroach on your space, like,
So I don't want to see people neither, but I'm going to borrow some tools.
yeah,
I'll be like, you
Nah,
got one
dude,
of them tools I can
make
cut.
you can make very healthy friends with
I
your
don't even
neighbors.
know what that tool would be. What's that?
What are you trying to do?
See how like that is cut out?
Yeah.
What kind of saw is that?
So there's more than one tool involved in that.
Oh, really?
That's not just because how are you going to get the saw through it?
I picture like
Yeah, let's hear it.
there's like the imagine like a drill. I don't know what it looks like. It's just got a blade that comes out and it's like
Yeah.
I
Okay.
need that, and then I would do that.
But how does that get into the wood initially?
Oh, I don't know.
Drill a hole.
You
You drill a hole first.
would you drill the 4 holes?
You can just drill
Just gotta
one.
drill one. Reasonably, it depends on like your cornering, but
Wait, you
Yeah.
do fucking plywood? I mean, you can
I-
do
I
this,
did-
bro. I'll pay you. It'll be sick.
let's go.
There you go. Yeah, you got to drill a hole. So like that he looks like he just drilled one hole there. I didn't cut that. But yeah, you drill one hole so you can get your blade in, and then you run your blade around. I can bring my tools in tomorrow. If you don't want to make friends, I can.
I'm friends with Jordan.
My
He's
my
a big
dream
plywood
for you,
guy.
Rags, is like
Let me hear
there
this.
being 4 of like the neighborhood like
No.
dads and grandpas in your garage
That'd be
just hitting
sick,
golf
dude.
No,
balls.
that would be sick.
That's
I
my dream for you.
kind of like my garage as like my safe space.
Okay, so you don't want them inside it.
I don't know, but like a once a month, like you leave the garage door open when you hit, and maybe like some of the guys just come by, say hey, and
that's
like,
why like
chill for
I
an
keep
hour or
it
two.
kind of low key that I have a golf simulator,
Oh yeah, you don't want everybody in your garage.
and it's like
You could charge them.
yeah, I could make
You
a
could put like a donation pot.
donation to me
Yeah, who else would it be?
to
to?
buy it. I don't know, like
I feel like all the guys on
dog
your
Why'd you
street
say
would
it
be
like
so
that?
down.
because when you hear donation, it's
Yeah,
like
you're donating to the golf
I
simulator.
wouldn't want
fund.
people to think I'm like donating to the church. It's like no, I'm donating to myself.
Yeah.
It's gonna be sick. All my gym stuff shows
It's
up
gonna be
Friday, so it's gonna be a lot of good content pouring out of my garage this weekend.
Oh,
Hell
perfect.
yeah.
I'm so
Ready.
excited to see it.
Look for that next week.
All right. Well, I have another call.
And I'm hungry.
Well, I'm
Hungry
hungry
also.
too. Let's go eat.
Lunch,
I'll be a little late to
baby.
my call, and then we'll go eat.
Let's go.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you.
Good night, Dana.
Good night, Dana.
Good night, Dana.